first thing we're going to talk about is how to know if your child is ready. And I a lot on Instagram is how did you know that you wanted to start potty training with Milo? And so I thought you could talk a little bit about when people should start.
Yeah, I think when is like even a better question than how. So let's dissect that sentence. So people are like, "Oh, I don't know what method I'm choosing." So before I even talk about when, let's talk about methods because there's only one method of potty training. You take off the diapers.
Yeah.
Period. That is potty training. What happens next is what everybody fears, right? So don't get caught up in like methods of potty training. Take off the diapers. That's it. When? So I don't like to use the term ready because it's too loose. And so when parents say, "Well, I'm just going to wait till he's ready," and I say, "Cool, what are you looking for?"
Yeah.
And I get a blank stare because nobody has any idea. So, what I'm going to wait till he's ready means really is I have no idea how to do this. I'm nervous as fuck. So, I'm going to wait. So, hopefully, they do it by themselves and I actually don't have to do it. So, that's what that means.
Yes.
So, there's a lot of scuttlebutt, and there's a lot of scuttlebutt of like if your child has a hard time potty training, that you need to wait till they're ready. This is nonsense. So, the ready is just the wrong thing. I like to say wait till they're capable. So
Hmm.
back in back I researched potty training, and back in the 1940s was when Dr. Spock wrote his first book, which was it was the first time that we understood that children had feelings, actual feelings. And so like the idea that you needed to be a little bit kind and treat your child like a human because they might grow up into maladjusted adults was brand new. He was
Wow.
ostracized by other doctors, right? Like children were beaten, they were seen not heard, the whole nine yards. So after, and I call him sort of the grandfather of attachment parenting because he was the first one on the scene. Prior to that, potty training practices were pretty abusive, right? Including like tying kids to a potty chair, to the toilet, soap suppository so they would poop sort of when it was convenient for you, that kind of thing. So it really did become like the pendulum in attachment parenting started to really swing in one direction like in the 70s and 80s, and it became wait till they're capable. So like don't torture a 9-month old, and I know there's elimination communication, that's a whole nother thing, but don't torture a kid who may not be capable of doing this yet. You know what I mean? So capable is the better question. And to me, capability almost always falls between 20 and 30 months. You can potty train at 16 months. I have a large clientele who does so. You can potty train at 36 months. The cultural norm, though, keeps shifting later and later. And I'm super opposed to it because it's infantilizing our kids. And it's infuriating to see 4-year-olds whose parents are waiting till they're ready. They're not going to be ready. The point for readiness already moved on. So there's a couple of reasons why 20 to 30 months makes a really good time to potty train. It's a developmental lull. So prior to this, your child's been working on their basic skills, eating with a fork, walking. Now they're really good at walking. Probably now they're going to start running and climbing and working those skills and honing those skills. Separation anxiety. They've mastered a lot of skills. And now you get to coast developmentally until the next big milestone, which is individuation. And that's not even the one that a lot of parents realize is a milestone. This typically starts to hit around 3, which is why we have the term three-nager. It's when your child figures out they're separate from you. Before this milestone, your child actually thinks you're one. So if they bonk their head, they literally think you feel the pain. Yeah. So they're really enmeshed in you. And at around 3, they start to realize they're separate. Well, what happens when you realize you're separate from your parents? This is also what teenagers go through. It's the age of free will and choice. It's the age of no. It's the age of the sky is so blue today. No, it's not. It's pink. Like whatever you say, you're going to get blowback just because you're mom, just because that's their developmental job. If you want to add pee and poop on top of that, go for it. But I'm telling you right now, pee and poop is the only thing. Think about this closely. It is the only thing your child will control,
Mm,
will literally have control over for the rest of their lives. So
mhm.
if you have a spirited child, if you have a child who yanks your chain, if you have a child who just tells you in toddler language, fuck off, you're in a boatload of trouble if you wait till that milestone because the power struggles. Now the child might be like, of course they're going to be smarter, they're going to be more capable in a lot of ways, but you're going to have that blossoming personality that can make it so difficult. Before 20 months, it's still doable, but you're looking at a longer learning curve, which is fine. It's great. Like if you're a stay-at-home mom, you have time, it's a longer learning curve. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't have that time. So
Yeah.